Joe! Toys, pets, and dinosaur show. And today we're going to be finding out what happens in the trailer of the Graveyard Shift that exposed the factory theme for this year. You could see that it's like, but Jack the Reaper is literally right there, in case you didn't see him, but you might have. So right off the bat, we see Shorty. We could see, like, I don't know, like caution tape, along with boxes and like just walls all around him. And there's Shorty in that little doorway. What the hell? Alright, next up we got Mr. Howell. He could just be like a part of the factory, like on a hillside, kind of. But none of that. Like, now that's the outside world of a factory. We got Grim. Now that totally looks like factory machinery all the way back there. And you could see a little dog if you squint your eyes. But I didn't have to because I've got glasses. Right there, see? Right there, expose the factory theme of that right there.
Looks like you need a little trim.
Okay, so we all know that Buzzsaw is going to be in the factory. Because, look, you could see the feet right there. And a whole bunch, I don't know, walls and rooms. Whole bunch. And they also need saws in a factory. Like, what were they going to do? Now, for Henry Hustle, you can only use one portion of his theme for factory probably is the balloons. Now, this is a whole, like, hallway for, like, a factory with all sorts of walls. But instead of big walls, they have little tiny little baby. Such an idiot. Rooms right there, and there's, and right off, and you can see Ghostface, of course, because it literally just said Ghostface. No doubt about that. Now the caretaker, now he could kind of like be in the outside portion. But other than that, he's just the character. Now Night Stalker we completely skip. He has nothing to do with the factory. Now Beetlejuice, his fence and the tombstones could kind of be like the factory. But
Turn on the juice and see what shakes loose.
now for Whack-A-Mole, it completely exposed it. The trash can, the tape and the bucket, the extension cords, the signs, the adapters, the trash can, the chains, even the wall back there and that like doorway.
Hitting you, bozo, with my hammer.
Now right there's Pumpkin Nester. He makes a brief cameo in here, but you could say that, well, they needed like their factories too, so they decided to put like Pumpkin Nester, Whack-A-Mole. Now these two rooms with Ophelia and W. Wrath could be like spare rooms. Oh, kind of like a factory. But if that was supposed to be, this would be the main spare warehouse, because that's just like everything. Such an idiot. But you could tell that it goes. I like his background, but that's pretty much what I like about it. And machinery right there of the factory. Skeletons working their ass off. But also totally tell that it's, now that's grim. Now right there we just saw a skeleton. Not a skeleton, sorry, a, clown, and you could tell that it's a two-headed clown with the ice cream, but as you can see there's little, like, I don't know, warehouse, windows, or like roofs. Now that skeleton could be a factory, but other than that, it's bullshit. Now, Bloody Bag of Jokes background, and just what you know, I love clown animals. I wasn't trying to hurtful of Harriet Hustle, but that one was supposed to fact. But this thing, Bloody Bag of Jokes, won. Now, as you could tell, this is way too fast for me, honestly. But after Bloody Bag of Jokes, we have Barfomans. Now, Barfomans, aka Demon Donkey, you could tell that's a little dark hallway. My toes are like completely off me right now. You could see a whole bunch of other animatronics. I couldn't do a review now because I got my wisdom teeth out. You can see right there. But there's like a whole sponsored factory to have clowns. But it's still like a fact. Now this is the same thing. Becomes the Nightmare Dream Shop. An experiment for you can literally see 4 experiment 4. Now that could be a part of a factory, no doubt about that. Because like the location, becomes a nightmare. Now Barry's hallway exposed the factory. Seriously, look at all those like rooms and stuff. Amazing, honestly. You could tell the brains, the windows. Now that could be like a little spare warehouse where they keep the bullshit thing right there. Also, that was from the Graveyard Shift teaser, but it still looks amazing. To expose the factory. And there's the skeleton. Now as we go, there's Night Stalker, but completely skipping him. But there's the hand for the Gravedigger outside the factory. Because it might be like an old shack factory. Old shack. Man, my cheeks are killing me. Not quite though. Got that bird that could be kind of like a part of the graveyard factory. Ghostface again, that again, blah blah blah. We got Grim again. We got the Beetlejuice tombstone as a little break because I'm sweating my ass off. There's Mr. Dark. Now Mr. Dark's room could kind of be like a factory. But it's kind of like like the animatronics were like literally taking over. Now that's scenery right there. I wonder what it'll look like outside, like like the outside real world of a factory. I wonder if they actually put like fire, and then all the animatronics just bust in, or is this just the regular thing? Now that all that scenery is pretty much like all factory related, including that right there. That's like a little lever thing that you see in the factory. Shorty, Henrietta Hustle. Oh, those are knives. There's a little cockroach there. Now, the knife could be a part of a factory, like for lunch of some sort. Oh, damn, God. Now, that could be kind of like a factory theme. The other portion of the window. Now, this looks pretty neat. Shoveling Tombstone has come back, but he could be part of the factory Tombstone. I mean, the graveyard, but yeah. No one has spotted that before. I got. There's the spare room all by itself in the factory. That exposed him like that. You can see all the dolls around it. And Mr. Dark's hallway is amazing. That's the full thing right there. See the hallway right there. Where the and there's Grave Kevin Corpse. He could be part of like a factory. A whole bunch of. Now that right there could be like shipping to a factory. Kind of. Now, that brief shot right there is just. There's Grave Kevin Corpse. A few. Now that's Mr. Dark Shadow. Along with several other enemies. Buzzsaw saw. That could totally be a part of a factory. But we got. That's kind of like graveyard. Now that is just Pennywise's cameo right there. That has nothing to do with the factory. As you saw at the end right there. But we got that girl. Got the spare room again. Got that bribe. And there's Ophelia. Now that could be like a little passcode, like, or like documentary, or like scanner thing at a factory. Look at that little hole. Seriously. The graveyard, corpse, and the graveyard, but different shot. Look at this shot of me. That's Mr. Dark Shadow right there. It returned from the teacher. And look at all that. You could. That's the bribe again. All three sceneries in one before the video ended. That's pretty cool.
Are you with me?
And you could tell that's like a little shipping box behind him. And there is Pennywise. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I would like to see you next time. Bye.